Now our next task is, let's say we want to add two numbers. Now when you want to add two numbers, it's very simple. You can just remove this hello and simply say we want to, let's say our two numbers are, let's say 5 and 4. So to add two numbers, we have this operator called as plus. So we can simply say it is 5 plus 4, which comes out to be, if I run this code now, I can simply say run. And if I run this code now, the answer we're expecting, yeah, and the answer we're expecting is 9. Okay, so we have this answer which is 9. Now let's say I want to add, I want to store this value somewhere, because see, when you do any operation using computer, so you want some input, and after operation you need some output, right? So to store these values, which is 5 and 4, we require something called as variables. Now what are variables? Variables are containers in which you can store some values. Let's say my variable name is num1. Now, whenever you name any variable, make sure it starts with it should start with an alphabet, so which is n here. Now, in this variable num1, you can store a value called as 5, and then we require one more variable which is num2, in which we can store 4, right? And then by coming here, we can simply say it is num1 plus num2. It's because when you want to print this, it will fetch the value of num1, which is 4 or 5, and it will it will fetch the value of num2, which is 4. But the problem is, when you create these variables, you are using this variable for the first time, and Java says whenever you use any variable, first you should declare those variables. That means we have to mention the data type of the variable, and then variable name, and then the value. Same goes here. We have to say int type. So what is int? It's a data type in Java which takes 4 bytes. And now if I run this code, let's run this code, and the answer is still 9. Okay. Now what we'll do? Now instead of adding this number directly in system.out.println, what we can do is we can take one more variable, and we'll say this variable is result, where result is equal to num1 plus num2. So what it will do is it will fetch the value of num1, which is 5, and a 4. Then 5 plus 4, it will be 9, which is stored in result. And instead of adding your number here, we can simply say it is result. Simple. But let's say we are not going for this thing. Let me just say result, and let me run this for, so to see the output. And when you run this code now, and the answer is still 9. Okay. But what if I'm not going for result? Let me just go back to my num1 plus num2, and let me just hide this statement from JDK. Now how to hide a statement from JDK? Just comment that line. Now how to comment? We can use double slash for single line comment. Okay. Now let me print. I want to print here the addition is. So I can say the addition is, and we are colon, and then this. Now I want to print this a string with a number. That means I have to use an operator called as plus. Now this plus here is a addition operator, and this plus here is a concatenation operator. That means we are concatenating this string with this number. Now if I run this code, it will print the addition is 5 and 4, and that's weird. It's because we want 5 plus 4, which should be 9, but here it is 5 4. So what I need, I just want it to first calculate this num1 and num2. So it will first calculate num1 plus num2, and then it should print the addition, which means I have to give a bracket, so that will first solve the bracket. And now if I run this, and the answer is addition is 9. That means when you combine a string with a number, it will convert the whole part into string, is because we are using a concatenation operator. So when you use a plus operator between two numbers, it will go for addition. If you use plus operator between a string and a number, it will go for concatenation. Okay, and the remaining part we'll see in the next part.